Hello! Hello! It is time for some Talos. Just got done playing Repo with Pesky. It was really fun. I hope you got to see it. And if you didn't, well, you missed out. But we're definitely going to do it again because it was super fun. And Pesky has a voice that is great for being live. Also, hi Pesky. Pesky's in the chat. Um, so is Tony. Um, I hope it sent notifs this time because last time it did not send notifs, and that was quite irritating. I am not streaming Repo. What the fuck? Oh, it's because I'm in the chat for my other stream. Oh. Um, yeah, I am live. Don't be this way. Yeah. Why'd you say why? Stream Elements, you're a trash panda. Yeah. Let's do some Talos. My hope is that San will show up and Tev and you know. What was I doing? I was finishing setting up stream. I'm gonna refresh speech chat. So that maybe it will do the right thing. We'll see. I'm sorry. This browser, please. Thank you. How is everybody? How was your day? I know how Pesky. Well, I know how Pesky's gaming night was, but I don't know how Pesky's day was. How was your day, Pesk? Pesk. Yeah.
Pesky_Fox. Welcome to my channel.
There we go.
Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
There we go.
Stream Elements. Welcome to my channel.
Yeah, shut up, Stream
Use
Elements.
speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Okay. All of that's done. Let's see. So I was told that my last stream did not send out notifications. Let me double check. Okay, it did. Great! Let's start going! Let's start Talosing. Hello! Hello! 21%. I'm gonna be playing Talos till I die. Load chat window so I can actually see it. Yeah. Okay.
Generically terrible.
Hi, Jen.
Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
We already talked to Al. That's right. Al had such a hard time. To recap, I have 4 friends, and we are exploring something that a visual of Prometheus told us to this island. We think, so this is the real world after Talos 1, and we think that there was a group that set out for a settlement led by Lithrasir. And we think this is where they went, and they were doing experiments, and something terrible happened. And now there's the thing I have to get into after I solve some puzzles. uh, Byron is one of the first companions who, Athena, who is ostensibly who we played in the last game. Athena revived 12 people before, like, New Jerusalem really took off, which is where we live now. I'm number 1000. I love terrible things happening. And so Byron was number 2. No, he was number 7. Number 2? What is this? Find one Prometheus spark. Okay. Wow. I found a thing. Alcatraz, who works with the mayor, who's an interminable asshole in New Jerusalem, is Byron's best friend. I've decided they're dating. Yaka is our pilot and one of the mechanics. And then Melville is like the lead engineer at New Jerusalem. Why is stairs? Why be stairs? We don't know. And she Okay, we'll go to where that X is. And she's pretty sassy. But she fixed this transportation system, so we've been carting around different puzzle areas. What else? We've had different mythological creatures be at the top. Yeah, it's not a clue at all. Not period. So Jen's like, that's definitely not a clue if I've ever seen one. We went to the top of the first tower and there was the Sphinx, and she asked me a bunch of questions and then made me doubt myself. And then we went to the top of the second tower and there was Pandora. We're pretty sure they were experimenting on how to, at least this is what I think, how to combine the simulation and real life. The mayor didn't want us to explore because Athena theoretically gave a goal of 1,000 humans. It doesn't matter if we're robots, we're humans, shut up. And I'm number 1,000, so he thinks we're done and we shouldn't try anything ever again. Oh, an X, huh? But I disagree. Hey, guy, come here. You too. Let's see what's behind wall number 2. Wall number 2. Doesn't look like much. Okay. Well, we are gonna need to get through here, I think. Maybe. Yeah, here's blue. I see. Alright then. Canon, consciousness is transorganic. Yes! Yes, that's basically what they are saying. Okay. Well, the issue is now I can't get back through, so this cannot be the solution I need. Wham! Is there... Oh, I see. It is the solution I need. I just need to get good. There. I don't know how you justify getting good in Talos 2. But yes, one of the arguments of this game is that consciousness is irrelevant to form. It's transorganic. Um, and that we should be pretty fucking sure of that, I think, is what they would like us to. I mean, I guess I don't really need to get through here. Yeah, I don't really need to get through there. Oh, yeah, I do. Well, no, I don't. I just need to have better angles. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. Bam. Hmm. Okay. So what happens when you copy that floppy? Copy what floppy? Oh. Oh, the floppy consciousness. What happens when I do that? We don't really know, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we can say. So far, us, I suppose. We're made of random variables. Hello, Sir Pesky. Have you met Jen? Jen, this is Pesky. Pesky, this is Jen. Pesky's who I work with on the Fallout stuff. Can you reach this from here? No. So I guess I'm just gonna put this little dude all the way over there and just call it good. Oh, but there's this, so I can't really steal you. Lame. Hmm. Hmm. Shouldn't this blue keep that wall open though? Oh, I see. Well, that's obnoxious. Hmm. So my thinking is that I have to like switch who's connected to what, but I'm not so sure that's easily possible. Hmm. This will turn the red light to blue. Yes, yes, we know. Lord almighty. Well, yeah, I guess I can do this. Yeah, I don't know why I broke just then. Don't mind me. Yeah, okay. That is my habit with Talos, is breaking quite regularly. It's the weekend in Europe, so they're usually on a little later. My other Europe friends. Pesky's like, yeah, I know, it's Friday night. I understand that. Okay, here. I do break all the time. It's because I have ADHD. And mine is bad. You same twinsies. Yeah, I feel like we together are fairly break constant. Do you have to face specifically that way? No. Okay, good. There it is. Nope. No. No. Yeah. You know, I took my meds this morning. I did. I'm a little I think part of it is that because I stream, right? Like
I
I
sent Stone
am
to have a look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded the pictures to the log.
Should we check them out with the VTOL?
Let's conserve fuel as much as we can. There's no point in going there if it's all dead.
Yeah. That's Bruce. Bruce loves to pee on Melville's equipment. Melville fucking hates him. I think he's awesome. Yakut is my robot husband. I have a shark husband. I have a robot husband. No, but since I'm an introvert, sometimes streaming on end can be a lot. So that's part of it. Huh.
There's so much to discover on this island that sometimes it overwhelms me. Every lake, every forest contains an incredible, interconnected, permanently changing network of organisms. And every one of those organisms is almost infinitely complex and contains other organisms within itself. It seems impossible to ever really grasp, but then, step by step, I do understand. It takes time and effort, but it's not impossible. And there's a lot of joy to be found in simply taking the time to truly study something. I spent 5 years studying...
These labs seem to be everywhere, but compared to the technology we're seeing above ground, they're downright primitive.
Are we even sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people?
There seems to be a connection between the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Correlation does not necessarily imply causation, though.
True. But just because we don't understand the connection, that doesn't mean it's not there. What we have here is two things that reflect each other. We just don't understand how that reflection works or what causes it.
Maybe Miranda can tell us.
Yes. Kai from Avowed is my shark husband.
There's so much to discover on this island that sometimes it overwhelms me. Every lake, every forest contains an incredible, interconnected, permanently changing network of organisms. And every one of those organisms is almost infinitely complex and contains other organisms within itself. It seems impossible to ever really grasp, but then, step by step, I do understand. It takes time and effort, but it's not impossible. And there's a lot of joy to be found in simply taking the time to truly study something. I spent 5 years studying a single flower, and it never got boring.
Sorry, Melville.
Did something break?
Tell me about New Alexandria.
New Alexandria. What a mess. It was an attempt to start a new city, but it went about as sideways as it goes. Gas explosion, more than 30 dead, unrecoverable. Al was there for the whole thing.
But why would so much tech for New Alexandria
Because the
be
whole
here?
place was abandoned. Byron insisted that we had to rebuild, But for the survivors, it was just too traumatic to deal with. So I guess that stuff was just lying around for someone to pick up.
That's all. All right, then. Yeah, Kai is my shark husband. Yakut is my robot husband. Depends on the day. But probably Lae'zel is my Baldur's Gate husband. I was heading towards this triangle. This guy. So I'm gonna assume this right here is this hidden puzzle. This triangle puzzle. Yeah. Hello, buddy. Let's solve a thing. Buddy! There. Oh, well. Interesting. Interesting. There you are. Alright, is it possible to eke a connection to that? No? But I could eke a connection to you. Clicka, clicka. And then you... Oh, excuse me. Like that. Senor Jamalama. Let's come back over here. There we go. Hi, guy! What are we gonna drill through? What are we drilling? This guy? We're gonna drill this guy. Oh, okay. This is a pretty self-explanatory puzzle, I feel like. Come here, my guy. Excuse me. And there's still a gate. Why is there still a gate? Oh, do I have to do both? I have to do both. Okay. That is why there's still a gate. Ugh. Bastard. No, there's still a gate! Yeah, we're drilling now. We drill now, Jen. Why? Oh, because of that. I see. Alright. Well. We'll try this a different way then. Bink. So, here. Okay. Jamalama. Mon ami. Oh, you are blocking an important pathway. There you go. Yeah! Dunzo. That's a hidden one, too. They're supposed to be pretty difficult. I feel good about that. Sometimes I'm a smarty. New interface content. Yakut, gold puzzle. Looks like there's an additional set of puzzles protected by golden gates that can't be accessed yet. Assuming there is some kind of logical pattern to all this, those gates will probably open once the correct conditions are met. Does that mean solving all the other puzzles, or maybe something else as well? Hard to know at this point, so perhaps something we should prioritize much later. I sent the drone to have a look at another puzzle cluster, but it seems they remain inactive until someone gets there, or until the transport system goes online. Alright. What you got for me? Found on the Sphinx Monument in the Eastern Westlands. And there's some social media. Cat sitting advice. Pellegrino, number 800. So I'm cat sitting Yakut's cat, Bruce, and he keeps peeing on my charging pod. Is there anything I can do to prevent this? Atal, 890. Clean it very thoroughly, so not a single trace of smell remains. I know it's hard without the ability to smell, but we do have some cleaning agents that should do the trick. Contact me on private if you need a list. Oh, and make sure Bruce isn't distressed by something. Cats don't like being moved from their territory. Maybe it would be easier if you just moved him back to Yakut's place and fed him there. Yakut. No, Bruce is just a bastard. He loves peeing on anything electrical, chewing on cables, and generally just breaking stuff. This is normal. And I warned you, Pellegrino. I could have given him to Neith. She's used to him. Pellegrino. But he's so fuzzy, and I love him! Atal. Oh, cats. Places of Longing. Paris. Athavok. 910. Paris was an ancient city, sometimes called the City of Light, one of the great capitals of the world, home to tradition and innovation alike. It was the birthplace of one of the greatest revolutions in history, and the moment that gave birth to modernity in all its glories and horrors alike. The spirit of freedom that was born here, although it was suppressed by enemies and traitors, never entirely faded, and it lived on in the minds of artists for many generations. Maybe something of that spirit still lives in us. Aw. Look, they do pixel art. It's nice. It's very sweet. Okay. We destroyed this puzzle. We shall move along. There's a hand here. We shall go to the hand. The hand means lore. I didn't have this on the first couple of playthroughs, but the new areas get bigger and bigger. Like, you don't actually need it. The map is enough. But I found I was missing some things, so decided to just turn it on and go for it. I personally have never liked this function in games. I like stumbling onto stuff, but I understand that the bigger, more complicated the map, the more necessary. Oh, already read this one. Okay. Any other question marks? There. Over there. It does have the option to only turn on question marks, which is nice. This game is obsessed with letting you play it your own way, which... Eastern West advice. It's okay, Pesk. It's obsessed with letting you play it your own way, which I really appreciate. Pretty. Considering it is about individualism or something of like the value of restraint, the ethics of communal control, maybe, might be a way to put it. The ethics of knowledge gathering, because it's talking about Prometheus quite a bit. Knowledge sharing. So this island, that's where I need to go? Oh, delightful. Okay. Oh. Let's hope that's... Oh, there's a little land bridge. That's good. Okay. Little... What would you call this? An isthmus? Isthmus? Oh, alright. Here's the angle.
We'd found all the weird stuff.
It's a carving of man. An actual man. Well, yeah. Huh. Success. It worked! I made a statue! Well, it half worked. The design wasn't balanced, so it fell over and broke. It was very dramatic, but the good news is that it all works in principle. Imagine what we could do using stone, part of the environment. Okay, time to do some hex translation. Victor was supposed to set up this keyboard multiple days in a row, and he did not, so I still don't have a number pad. Just saying. He could have done it before he worked this morning, but he did not as well. You know, I reminded him every day. Okay, I'm done. But this is still going to be a little slow. 4, 5, 6, E, 6, 5, 7. Eni? 267792. It says it's nothing, but I definitely, so let's go use a different one. Oh, God damn it. Is that not Hex? What else would it be? Base 64? That cannot be base 64. I swear to God. No, it's not. So, I guess that's just corrupt no matter what? Okay. I'm just getting random characters for that. So, we'we'll do the next one. 069732 0457 465. Oh, PHP warning, error exception. That's telling me that this is probably not Hex. What would this be then? What are the terminals coded in? Yeah, watch the screen while I Google. It's very entertaining. Oh, hexadecimal and symbolic. So the hex goes to symbolic, and then you have to translate the symbolic? That fucking sucks. Well, shit. Yeah. From Guta, from Quentin, from Tisa. I decided to look up somebody else's work because holy shit. Energy is eternal delight. It's a William Blake quote. Okay. Trev, talk to us.
So, humanity is great. I really believe that. And that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite. I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power. They run whole countries and corporations. Yeah, that's right. We've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces.
Yep.
And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
Man, I hear you, guy. I hope for the best. What do they say? Hope for the best, plan for the worst? So, this was kinda where that X was. Yeah, there's a statue right there. But this is the bridge you need to get up into the thing. This is... Yeah, that's a puzzle. Yeah. Oops. Let's look at that research, eh? Photo. Okay, so this guy's elbow needs to be right next to me. Like that. I mean, there's this ruin here. It does look like it's all the way up on top of the hill. So maybe up on top of that even. Maybe. I might not be able to get up on that, actually. There's not a ton of spelunking in this game. Oh, who are you? I haven't talked to you yet. Yakut! Robot husband.
I can't stop thinking about Miranda. A new person not born in New Jerusalem? Can you imagine that? I wonder what it's like to be her.
Lonely.
I suppose that depends on how many other people were here, but you might be right. This place is huge, but it feels empty.
I wanted to ask you about something else. What do you make of these labs?
They're very different from the rest of these structures in that they serve a clear purpose. Everything else is kind of surreal, but the labs are places where people lived and worked. I don't know what that means, but I think it means something.
That's all. He charmed me by talking about how terrible he is at puzzles. And I was like, oh. Okay, well, we'll deal with this X, I suppose, when we can get across the bridge? So, next on the agenda, question mark in the far distance. As well as right here. Question mark, question mark. Oh, across more water. We're not good with water, we robots. It's not good for us. We kinda... Oh, here's that lab. I stopped exploring it because I didn't want to interrupt Miranda, but she only had one line left, so... meh. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. This one's a little, bigger than normal. Oh, Lord. I really am not confident in what these fuckers were doing. Oh my god. The end draft. After a lifetime dedicated to the written word, I'm faced with a task I could never have expected. Writing an epitaph not only for myself, but for my species. In the unlikely event that Alexandra Drennan is successful, and one day someone reads this, what meaningful insights can I share into this strange phenomena that is humanity? Oh. This is Olufemi Canada. I've spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time. So I'll set down the one thought that I simply can't shake. It didn't have to be this way. With more time, we could have found a cure. With a few political victories, we could have been prepared. Change any factor, even by a little, and we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment. It's just dumb luck. Porque no los dos? I'm reaching for something here. But I don't know what it is. Forgiveness? Grace? Acceptance? No, I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope, maybe. I feel like this story is unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaphs for humanity. I pray Drennan is right. Miranda. It didn't have to be this way. Failed to load profile. And yet it was. Failed to load profile and comment. It says immortality. That's what that code says. Karin. From 51 Tales by Lord Dunsany. Karin leaned forward and rode. All things were one with his wariness. Ooh, that just kind of like fits in your mouth and feels good. All things were one with his wariness. I love that. Okay. It was not with him a matter of years or of centuries, but of wide floods of time, and an old heaviness and a pain in the arms that had become for him part of the scheme that the gods had made and was of a piece with eternity. If the gods had even sent him a contrary wind, it would have divided all time in his memory into two equal slabs. So gray were all things always where he was that if any radiance lingered a moment among the dead on the face of such a queen, perhaps as Cleopatra, his eyes could not have perceived it. It was strange that the dead nowadays were coming in such numbers. They were coming in thousands where they used to come in 50s. It was neither Karin's duty nor his wont to ponder in his grey soul why these things might be. Karin leaned forward and rode. Then no one came for a while. It was not usual for the gods to send no one down from earth for such a space, but the gods knew best. Then one man came alone, and the little shade sat shivering on a lonely bench, and the great boat pushed off. Only one passenger. The gods knew best. And great and weary Karin rode on and on, beside the little, silent, shivering ghost. And the sound of the river was like a mighty sigh that grief in the beginning had sighed among her sisters, and that could not die like the echoes of human sorrow failing on earthly hills, but was as old as time and the pain in Karin's arms. Then the boat from the slow, grey river loomed up to the coast of Dees, and the little silent shade, still shivering, stepped ashore, and Karin turned the boat to go warily back to the world. Then the little shadow spoke that had been a man. I am the last, he said. No one had ever made Karin smile before. No one before had ever made him weep. Miranda, there is an obvious and perhaps intended interpretation that this is the end of humanity and the last shadow is the last human to live. But another interpretation is equally possible, that humanity has achieved immortality and the last shadow is the last human to die. I prefer the latter. I don't know, that's kind of optimistic, Miranda. No Emma project. Progress notes. Alright. No, I'm at project what? 4? 4. The mortal must put on immortality. Trial 000803, version .08 unsuccessful. Same problem as with trial 108. Repeated all calculations. The mortal must put on immortality. Same result. Weird. Trials. Experiment modified to gain further insights into unexpected error. Inconsistent results. Trials. Simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What is going on here? Definitely all dead. Definitely all dead. Yeah, definitely in Talos Principle, they are all dead. That I can guarantee you. No humans. No humans. Whatever this the fuck is. So this was a human base. This was left by humans. Was Miranda contemporary with humans? Huh. That would be very interesting, I think. Wow. Okay. The location on Canada's note was Grodna 1. Grodna 1. Wait, here? Here. Ooh, look at that. That's cool looking. What are you, my guy? I don't... Can I get out there? I'll run around you. Okay. Lithrasier's log. Hello, my guy.
The rotting remains of the old world should fill me with melancholy. Even here on this remote island, our ancestors could not escape their fate. And yet, I find there is something pathetic about these ruins that evokes anger and even contempt. I feel it is a mistake to accept this catastrophe with equanimity. What we see here should offend us. When witnessing this triumph of entropy, we should aspire to a warrior spirit, even a kind of hate of the past and its failures that will never allow such a thing to happen again.
Huh. I don't think anyone liked you, Lithrasier, but I think you're pretty neat. He just seems like the type that people were like, why do you have to take everything so fucking seriously? You're boring, man. Number 6. Hidden. Okay. Okay. We got this guy. Let's see. Where can you go with this? Pretty much only there, and then it falls apart. Okay. We got this guy. He can help you a little bit. At least get to here. No, he can't. But through here he could. Ha-ha! I'm gonna just have to move the other dude. Hey, don't sass me. Is there a way for you to reach both? Would be cool. Ugh. There. And that opens what? This? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then what? We have this guy back here. Do we have another connector? No. Alright. The issue is if I pick you up, yeah, you just close the fucking window again. We have a thing over here. A blue thing. And a red thing.
Lime Max.
Hi,
Welcome to my
Lime!
channel.
Early for you!
Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
What's up? Okay, that's a wall. Alright, well, I'm not gonna get anywhere if I just run in circles. Woo! Lime has slept, everyone! Lime has done asleep! Sweet, that's what I needed. Okay. Ugh. Except here, there be the issue. I only have the one connector. Lime, Pesky, is in chat today, as well as Jen. And Victor, who still didn't fix my keyboard, so I still don't have a number pad. Oh. Do you like your family? Your family's from Florida? I'm sorry. Okay. Oh. I was just asking. I meant I'm sorry your family's from Florida, because Florida's a hellscape. I don't really think that's possible, is it? I understand Florida is not always a hellscape, but it certainly feels like one. My family is also from New York. And we also have family in Florida. Are you Italian? Son of a bitch. I must be missing. I have got to be missing something. No? Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. Like, first off, New York, but second, Delta Italians. That's really where I thought about you being Italian. My family is Delta Italian. Lord. Okay. No, no, I'm definitely a plant. Carbon dioxide all the way, baby. I guess carbon dioxide's part of air, so oh no! It's just because I admire you so much and your chutzpah. in all seriousness, you are 490,000% too young for me, I can guarantee it. So, no amount of creepy questioning you should take seriously. Small talk at best. I really am not sure where to go from this point. Talos principle. Puzzles. Puzzling. I don't think you've watched any of the Talos 2 streams, have you? Have you watched any of the VODs? Fuck. We're coming back to this. I don't know. I'm not processing the answer. Where's San when you need him? Well, yeah, especially because Portal's one of your favorite games. This will be pretty easy for you to catch on. But Talos Principle, I think I talked to you about it, about how much I think you'd like this game. But it is essentially robots talking about existence. Okay. Do I have a Jamalama anywhere? Oh. Weird. Alright. So I have to set it up entirely and then pull the switch? Okay. I gave you some of the spoilery stuff, but I'm playing the second one, so if this is gonna feel spoilery to people, I mean, I don't know what to tell them. But, they came out of the simulation into the new world, and from there... No? Okay. From there, they built a little society, and I'm the 1000th roadbot. And at my great celebration, because I've helped them achieve a goal. Oh, I'm on the other side of it. Oh, that's awful. They were interrupted by Prometheus. And
welcome to my channel.
Welcome.
Speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
He basically said, come to this island and fucking learn some shit. So now we're here, solving puzzles on this island, trying to learn some shit. That, you see how he's a color changer there? That was part of the issue. Somehow I have to get that there, though, so I'm thinking... I wonder... So I have to get the blue light into this area. And when I pull this switch, it changes those. But... right? And I only have these two connectors. So... Now, there is this feature where you can right-click and pick things up, and it'll show you what you're connected to, right? And it'll keep your connection set. But also, like, there's no way that gets around there, right? Like, no way. Yeah, not even close. So, and this, if it bounces off this converter, it's going to turn red, so I can't use that to get it out. Huh. Yeah, like it's gonna turn red. There's no two bones. The only thing that wouldn't work that way is if it took this red light like that, which I completely didn't consider doing because I don't know why. But then they're gonna overlap each other, and that will also suck. So what are we gonna do about this? We're gonna do that and that. Maybe I don't even need to use the other connector. Maybe it's a ruse. I felt like there was something else I needed to hit with it. I guess not. The devs are really good at designing puzzles. That is definitely... they don't... So Portal, one of the critiques you could make is that it tends to be well telegraphed, the solutions. That is not the case in Talos Principle. That is not even close. Some of them, you know, once you get used to it, are very telegraphed. Oh, that's how I use it. Duh. Bonk. Okay. Still a problem. Not sure why. Let's figure it out. Oh, I see. I see. It has to... open that. So this actually has to do this. This has to do that. And then... this has to be able to get the red without intersecting. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the fucking ass. Alright. But basically they were like, hey, you know what would be more difficult than Talos 1? Color theory. Let's do color theory. And the world was like, why? Why must you be this way? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, why? Why must you be this way? Okay. You know, some of Talos's puzzles, like Talos 1 for sure, there were a couple that I, like, straight out was like, fine, I quit. Fuck you too. Ran away. Hold on. So, what if... Nope, no, no, I still don't really have an option. Just gotta figure out how to not interrupt that motherfucker. Which is so much harder said than done. Right, because... Ooh! Ooh. Outrage. I am feeling the outrage right now. But they've always had these fucking... Oh, wait a second. I know what to do. Okay. I was overthinking the shit out of this. It's kind of my MO. Overthinking and dying. Both of those things. So I have to keep that door open, so I have to get it open and then just switch what's opening it. But I can't get in there. Oh, right. Okay. JK. Right. So there is a thing where you can use the same connector to do two different colors, and it's obnoxious. And I don't want to do that. Lime, how was your trip with your family, though? Okay. Also, what is this called again? Imprisoned. Good and bad? What was the best part? Then if you feel like it, what was the worst part? No sunscreen? Are you sun cancer chic? Oh, wait! Wait! What? Oh, I just fucked it up. Oops. That's what happens when you stop paying attention. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, actually, kinda. No, I just looked back at the screen for a second because you said sunburn, and I was thinking, oh yeah, red light, and then I was like, oh wait, what? And then suddenly, we were here. Um. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not particularly pale because I am Italian, so I've only gotten burned really bad from absolute negligence. Uh, and it hurt so bad. I feel very good about that. I feel like I was a smarty patardy. But probably not. I'm sure if Palkis were here, he'd be like, nah, took you that long? What are you talking about? We are 21%. So, do you want a plot summary? I did one at the beginning, but you know, not so much. It's not like an intense amount. Pesky left, that bastard. I can see all. um, so this is the third world. So we found this giant mega structure, and we've been shining lights on it, RGB, of course. Um, and we're trying to unlock it after Prometheus crashed my birth party. I'm 1K, and it's a big deal to my peoples, the other humans, and Prometheus crashed it and was a dickhead. Okay, gonna think about something here. We're gonna think more strategery like, because of that last puzzle, it gave me an idea. Why do I even need the little dude? Why do I even need the little dude? Oh, because of that. Oh, but that doesn't mean I couldn't maybe do it like this. Like this. Yeah, I was literally born yesterday. You get born as like a full cognitive person, but still, right? I was born yesterday. And excuse me. There. So now I should be able to take that apart. Yeah! Big brain time! Okay. So... Wait, I should probably do this a little differently, though, because I need to be able to get both of them on the other side of a wall. Yeah, I was born yesterday. Big old deal. And, That's amazing. I love that. Brain's so big, I'm remodeling my skelly. Yeah, so this computer specter comes and says, come to this island and figure shit out. And we're very closed. We don't want to go explore. We think it's a bad idea. So my people are like, that's a bad idea. How about we not? And, you know, that's a bad idea. But they've been having bad ideas like this for years. So one of the very notable members of our society becomes very, oh, I see, hold on, they both can unlock that. Okay. Byron, who was part of our city's founding when we came out of the civilization, he is very... But I have to get you through the thing first. Ugh. Talking and puzzling at the same time is difficult. Give me one moment. Synthesizing my thoughts. Okay, so Byron gets in a fight with Hermana Bias, who is our mayor and is a stubborn asshole, and says, we have to explore the world. We can't just stop at 1,000 humans because you think the founder said so. And the founder's like treated like a goddess, even though she was just a normal ass robot. She's actually you from the last game. And he turns to you and says, hey, 1K, you got new eyes, come with me. So now me and 3 of his friends are exploring this island. and we solve a set of puzzles, and then we go into the tower and turn on a light. And what we're trying to do is get inside this mega structure that is impossibly big. Like, we could not have built it. We don't know what happened. The last bit of lore I found suggests that this was actually humans right before the end of their civilization. We exist because a scientist sort of made the Talos project as a way of forwarding human-like people into the future. You are like other robots. Exactly. So that's kind of where we're at. We are currently experiencing the third island to figure out what the fuck is going on. And hopefully we'll get an answer. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2, like that. Then keep everything connected where it is and run around here. Add this. Click. Right. Okay. So, yeah, this is where I'm getting stuck. I have to do this in such a way where, perfect. Okay. Yep. It's like Portal, but less sassy robot, more disease from climate change. Like, really, this game is very stressful in that it is probably how humanity is going to go. They did not know it at the time when they were writing the first one in 2014. But, well, it was released in 2014, so I guess they were writing it after 2009. Crow Team does Serious Sam as well. So Serious Sam came out, Serious Sam came out in 2009, and they started this after. They said basically we didn't fix ourselves, and we fucked the hell up and ruined the atmosphere. Now, here we are. Foxy! I followed you last time. You didn't bring me anywhere. Maybe he'll bring me somewhere this time. This is how Lime was able to be like, you're ADHD within like 10 minutes of knowing me. Whoo! Shiny! Fox! Are we just going in circles, man? Yes. Okay, we're done. Yeah, so we melted the ice caps and released a super virus, and it killed all of us. So there were lots of, all politicians had to do was admit that it was a problem and fund medical research, but they didn't. And so Alexandra Drennan, this person who fully believed that AI could be considered human, set about trying to figure out a way to teach AI how to be human. And figured it out, actually. She figured it out. Oh, even before then. So, have you read about Doppler, the man? We've been concerned about this since the first mention of the words climate change or pollution climate change was in 1890 in English, published by an American. And it was about the Industrial Revolution. Doppler, he released the first weather balloon. He released it off the coast of Maui and tracked temperatures for a very long time with it. And he noticed very quickly that temperatures were rising year after year, even though he couldn't quite explain why. I see. So temperatures are rising. Well, let's see what's going on in here first. Temperatures are rising year after year, and he starts summoning the alarm. And in the 70s, with the fuel crisis, there is just a little bit of acknowledgement that there might be a problem. Not enough for it to matter. Just enough for us to hope somewhere someone cares. Oh, Lord. We're then treated to a grotesque display in the 80s with Reaganomics that takes it apart. But in the 1890s, we'd already begun to discuss it, and actually we were far more progressive about it in the 1890s than we are now. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, the big problem is, how do I get this open? Like, I could, but this doesn't actually connect over here. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly it. And so the future society did just that. Yeah, man, that sounds great. We'll watch it together, dude. I'm ready. Clearly didn't work. They didn't fund any medical research. And so Drillin was like, well, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all so bad. I'm just gonna figure it out myself, and made these robots. Maybe we'll have climate change. And also... but also tracking. I love that. Okay. This is complicated AF, but I think I got it. So, we take you, we do that. But we're also going to connect to... We're going to... do this, do that. No. Yes. Yes. This, that. This. From you. Will then allow me to generate my own red light. Yes. You to that. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Great. Next. We have generated our own red light. If I move it even a single centimeter, it will fall apart. Okay. Now, you to this guy and this guy. Except not quite. How about this? Dude. Okay. Will that keep it open? It will! Ah, Eureka. And we're done! First red light was a red herring-ish.
I'm impressed.
It is true. But I would not put it past the future. I mean, Musk is very invested in making robots that can be his slaves. So, because he was on the bad side of apartheid. We seem to forget that conveniently. Not we, but you know, the nation. We don't like to know about international history. Okay, positional interchange. Got it. Maybe. Well, we move you, what happens? Nothing. Okay. Oh, me too. I think essentially it's like you can't. Oh, boxy. Okay, yeah, got it. That's hilarious. Okay. Okay, enough of that. I think this idea that he can just violate the rights of, you know, millions of these robots and it'll be okay is oh so incredibly optimistic. And gross. Let us not forget gross. Okay. So, you, you, you. Right, right. Let's get you on the box. Oh, ha! JK. Let's not get you on the box. Let's not get you on the box. Let's do that. We'll get you on the box. Yeah, like that. Okay. I think, yeah, I think he never had to work for anything, so he's completely forgotten that you have to actually be good, right? I think he's forgotten that. There we go. Bath. So now we can do this. Right. And then I think you can reach it over there. No, he cannot. But could you potentially take over here? Yeah, I think so. I think you could. Yeah. Come on. Ah! Oh! Hills. Palkis has a game where he tries to come up with as many different iterations of Brunhilde as he can. I mean, I guess you could do Bruni. I would not be a fan, but you could. Yeah. If the nickname sounds cute, there's a pretty good chance I'm gonna go for it. I love cute shit. It doesn't matter how violent of a personality I am. If it's cute shit, I'm here for it. Oh, you bastard. Okay. That's what I need, is I need to get it connected to that somehow. Okay. So... Hildy is fine. It can be any amount of L's you feel. It's actually only spelled that way because somebody has it spelled the Norse way, and I can't take it. Okay. Here's the problem. That is the problem. Alright. You know, I actually have not been bullied very much. Like, at least, you know, I haven't been bullied in any way that I would actually call bullying, other than once by a guy who was really bullying trans people and just sort of making me be part of that bullying for some reason. Okay. So how are we gonna do this? What I need to do is get something of height or hit this at an angle that does not get in the way of the blue. Okay. Yes. I get a lot of spite bullying, and that's really how I treat my friends in the real world, so I would be shocked and appalled if it changed at all. I would in fact feel weird about that, I think. Oh, Lord. Doing things out of order because I'm trying to hold a conversation. Today is a bad day for ADHD. I'm gonna go get some supplemental Adderall. Hold on 1 second. Luckily, I have like 10 milligrams for this occasion. We'll do that. I actually think I can do this. Yeah. So now I have this marked so that we can check at the end of stream. Yeah, no, I think I have such a really bold personality that it works best to tease me. And that's actually where the idea for this channel even started, was because I can be such a punk. And my friends were like, well, fuck you too. We can be punks too, you little bitch. And that's what happened. It's not on the fan. It's not on the fan. I guess. Like, one of my regulars who may not come back, we'll see. I hope he does, but he is convinced that I hate him. Or for his beliefs. Whatever that shall mean. One of my regulars will sometimes humble me in a way that I don't know I appreciate. But in general, I have found, I at least think it's funny to take the piss out of someone. Okay, so I should actually be able to just get rid of that. Yeah, okay. Still not quite. But I guess I ultimately feel that absolutely. I think in the end, what I would really like is if this channel became some place where everyone felt okay just stopping by. Like, just being totally fine saying hello every once in a while. And, I don't know if I really am a fan of really huge channels where you can't really talk to anybody. But I don't play the games where I think that would ever be something of note anyway. Like, can you imagine me with a shooter trying to talk while shooting? That would be like... that would be horrible. That would be really bad. Really, really bad. Okay. I don't know exactly where to go from here. How do I not... Like, the answer is to get this guy connected to one of those two. Or to get this guy out of here. But I can't really... I mean, can I get that box? Well, I mean... I think shooters are super built. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. I was still figuring out how to record gameplay, but I had recorded all 32 times I died to the fucking tiger in Wukong. Man, that fucking tiger. fuck that guy. Okay. So, from here, how do I do that? You know, with consent, I just don't think he'd be really into me. Yeah, I guess that's really where I'm stuck. Here, we'll reset because I've changed so much, I don't know where to go with it. What was the name of the tiger in Wukong? Did you ever play that, Jen? Probably not, because you're the type who gets a fucking great sword in Dark Souls and just says, I'm ready now! That's not good enough. Yeah, yes, that is the best way to describe these motherfucking lasers. It is traumatic at best. Okay, yeah, I know. Lord Almighty. There. There. Alright, now you got this guy. Oh, hey, Palkies!
Use speak to have your message read to me. It's
oh,
easier
no,
to
I
get
know.
my attention
I know.
that way.
They're fucking awful. They're just like, hey, what up? Let's ruin your life. And I'm like, great! Love it! Right. Right. This isn't gonna work. Ugh, just in time to see me suffering. I had to go take an ADHD pill because I was like unable to keep a conversation with Lime and Puzzle at the same time. Lime, I don't know if you've met Palkies or not. Palkies was my very first regular. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Palkies knows. Palkies knows. Yes, on Talos. I think laser battles in other circumstances I could be okay with, depending on the game. Depending on the game. I'm actually not bad at Helldivers, mostly because Helldivers is meant to have a lot of screaming. Ah! I'm, in fact, incredibly good at... Well, I mean, actually, you were my first watcher pretty much, period. Palkies. Lime was my first Portal watcher, I guess. Oh, no. Sorry about what? Okay. Oh, that counts? Great. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I was streaming to competitive screaming. Yes, competitive screaming. Well, Jen is very, very good at Helldivers, and he would play with me, and me and Jen's partner would just be but doing okay, and then he'd be taking care of the actual work, as is the way of things. So I keep getting to this point where I'm not entirely sure what to do next. It doesn't really matter. You were good. Stop it. We're not gonna play Jen the most humble today. You freaking weirdo. What's going on? Why are you so bouncy? Oh, I see. Enough? No bouncy? Always bouncy. Bouncy forever. He's full of them. Adjectives, I mean. Okay, so here's the problem. I can get there. And then I can't get here. There's just like not really. That's hilarious. Why? Okay. Palkis likes to backseat. It's actually very helpful. He's pretty good at not jumping the gun. And when he does, he's like, okay, okay, sorry. There are far worse backseat gamers I have experienced. Like, earlier, I was doing repo with, oh, but the thing is, I wouldn't even define you as a backseat gamer. You, in fact, are pretty funny in so much as he'll like taunt me, and then if he sees I'm having trouble, he'll start dropping hints, and eventually I just ask. Like, he does not push me around. Every once in a while he gets impatient because he's like, it's fucking easy. No, I was playing with my friend Pesky earlier, and he would be like, okay, now put it in the cart. And I was like, for the love of God. Palkis, I have done this puzzle for easily 40 minutes. I am ready to be told what to do. Speaking of, I am actually very relieved that you have gone through the puzzles. Very relieved. I am exhausted of trying. This has happened once or twice where I've been like, what do you mean? There's a field right here. It's a wall. I can't do it. And then Palkis is just like, for the love of God, use the jammer. I'm like, sorry. He's like, no sorry. Just use the jammer. This happens with Tevra, though, too. Tevra, Lime saw Tevra. Lime watched me. Tevra and Lime watched me stare at a wall I could have shot a portal to and just walked through for like 10-15 minutes. And finally Tevra was like, I don't know why you insist on doing this the hard way. I was like, what do you mean? This is the way. There's no easy way. What do you mean? So, you know. Okay, so this is as far as I can get, Palkies. Is I get here, right? And you know, now it's set up so I can remove him, right? But how's the weather? Oh, you know what? It's actually kind of nice. I thought I was about to say gloomy, and I leaned back and saw that it's sunshiny in my yard. Um, it's kind of nice. I got my unemployment that I've been fighting for, Palkies. The third thing. Just define the atmosphere in Chamber 12 to be comfortable after 90 minutes. Are you oppressed? Do you need CPR? Is there something stuck in your mouth? Keeping you. No. After the third hearing, I got my unemployment. It was very nice. So the blue dude was in here to begin with, actually. I will certainly try. Because I guess I could do this, right? Like this. This to that. Oh, actually, maybe. And then we can do that, right? Right. See, you still have the problem though. Oh, wait. Yeah, well, I can get rid of him now. Oh, I see, Jen. I see. But then this red guy gets left open. Unless I... Oh, wait! Can I even do that? Can I, like, connect to him again with his own light? I don't think so. Yeah, it is unemployment financials. I quit a really abusive job, and they said I quit without good cause, which was categorically not true. And they kept ignoring like real basic facts. Jen actually was my coworker there, so. Oh yeah. Well, no, because now this little dude is not gonna go the right way. Ooh. Cause now see he's blue, not red, and I can't get him over here. So you first apply, and then they say you didn't quit with good cause, so we're not going to help you because fuck you. And then you have to appeal, so you go to a hearing. And the judge didn't let me submit half my evidence because she said it was irrelevant. And then you have the board review your case. And the board reviewed it and was like, I have no idea what she was talking about. This is very fucking reasonable. Wait a second. I think I figured out what I'm missing. I think I figured out what I'm not doing. This guy has to connect to this when he's up high. He has to completely power himself. Oh, but now you're stuck in there. Palkeys is like, let me refresh my memory. I'll go back to you. So I think if he connects here, 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 like that. And my guy here, he does this. Well, he can't be on the box yet. He has to be off the box for a second. No box for you yet. So, here, here. Can't do it. Why not climb vine on wall? Is streamer dumb? Streamer dumb. Streamer too dumb. No. You stop. Stay here. You. There. There. This gets me the other guy. Hi, other guy. Other guy needs to not be connected to anything yet. So now you need to connect to you, and you, and you. And go on box. You need to connect to you. No. Yes. You need to connect to you. Or in this case, you. And do that. You need to do that, to that, to that. Yes. Okay. Did he not? He didn't stay connected. That's stupid. No, and I don't. I actually did have a reaction to a camera tripod I saw. I was real salty. I was like, that piece of shit right there.
Golden_gecko. Welcome to my channel.
Hi, Golden!
To have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Oh, I see. It's because he turns that red, so that's not gonna work. I got it. Nice to meet you, Golden. Welcome to my space. It's a nice space, I think. Right. So maybe we could do this. But see, doing this, right. But now the red isn't. Now the red isn't done. So, yeah. Okay. Customer review 55 space. That's so sweet. Honestly, Lime, you are definitely the nicest of any of the people who visit. Yeah, I guess so. So try having him spit out blue. But, right, but he still can't reach that space in there.
E-Man Holike. Welcome to my channel.
Oh, hello! How
To
are
have
you,
your
like?
message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
You have exactly 5 minutes. If you continue with the behavior you displayed last time, you will be banned. I'm too likable. Thanks. See? So nice. We're not gonna... So far! Oh, fuck you. It's true, though. Last time, the man who, like, visited, he insisted on having a very deep discussion about nothing scientific at all. And we advised him to come back with science and to ask questions about the science. And if he does, great. If he doesn't, he'll be banned. Yep, that's how it'll go. Palkis's shtick is that he's kind of mean to me. Don't worry about it. He and Tev both. They once said my singing was like strangling cats. Okay. I'm just sort of looking and marinating, trying to think this through. Give me a moment of silence to let my brain process. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We shall try. I have an idea. This is often dangerous, so you might want to step back.
Lime Max. Said okay, gotcha. Total silence. Everyone in chat take notes while Hilda marinates in silence. If you have any questions about the silence, don't ask them because we have to be silent during the moment of silence. The moment will be over when, well, I don't know, but you can't ask when.
Alright, Wheatley! How you doing, motherfucker? Damn. You're lucky I was done thinking. Fuck. Alright. Back to thinking! Okay. It was a good bit. It was a good bit. What you thinking about, Palkies? No think, no speak, only Dino. Okay, so here, let's see. Come back to me, Box. Okay. No. Like that? Yay! I cannot blame you for copying excellence. Though, Lime, there is a VOD that has me very angry with our little floating friend. I am not okay with that motherfucker. Oh. Oh.
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles.
No, I'm
but
not.
To me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
704 means pain. Or hell, really. Okay, where the hell did the bridge go? I have a map, but sometimes even maps can't help us. I know. It's very rude, very rude. Alright. So, in the last Talos, the fucking Tetris puzzles were literally my least favorite thing. This one is much more humane than they have been in the past, because it has a guideline that you have to fit, or else you don't get there. So, I'm kind of a big fan. Oh, really? There. Thank you. But the puzzles in the last one were flat. And the puzzles in this one are 3D. Hooray. It wasn't that hard this time.
When the craftsman Daedalus was imprisoned in the very labyrinth he had created, his only solace was his son, Icarus. To escape their plight, he fashioned wings of feathers and wax. He warned his son to fly neither too high nor too low, but his son, enraptured by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun. Thus the wax in his wings melted, and he fell to his death. What was the sun's error?
Idiocy. The wings were made from wax. I mean, come on.
The greatest fool is he who cannot tell the words of a story
Oh,
apart
shut
from
up.
their meaning.
I don't believe in the gods having
After the death of
hubris
his
to
son,
punish.
Daedalus withdrew in sorrow to a foreign land. King Minos came looking for the craftsman to exact his revenge. The answer to a riddle revealed where Daedalus dwelled. But for Minos, that answer was his ruin. Consider King Minos burned in his bath as you seek your own answer.
Apparently phoning a friend, not an
The
option.
megastructure. It's opening.
3 receivers, 3 towers, 3 beams, as we suspected. I think this is an invitation.
Doesn't look that inviting to me.
If you consider the size of the entire structure, then that opening must be big enough to drive a building through.
Or the VTOL.
You want us to go in there, into the creepy triangular maw of death?
More of death? I think it looks charming.
Byron's right. We're here to explore, and this is a mystery worth investigating. This technology could change everything.
Oh, all right. I'm not winning this, am I?
Nope. Let's meet up with the VTOL, everybody. We're going in.
Witnesses in my... I've realized that I'm a good person to do puzzle streaming, and I'm not entirely sure why, but I am. So I have built a long list of puzzle games and Witnesses on it. Okay, we need to go to the VTOL, which I thought was here. Or here. Yes. Travel to megastructure. Let's go. Witness is like, in a way, the unofficial sequel to Riven and Mist, is what I have gathered.
By the way, I finished my analysis of the particle clouds. At first I thought they might be some kind of nanotechnology, but I was wrong. It's a lot worse than that. What we're looking at is a completely unknown type and state of matter. Completely inexplicable within our understanding of physics. Created and manipulated by someone.
Fascinating.
I will. I have the swapper on it, which is one of the lead influences to
Come on, people.
Talos.
Get on board. We haven't got all day.
I have Grimoire, which I'm really excited about, the art.
Aye, aye, sir.
Have any of you ever read an ancient writer called Ian Banks? I guess not. He postulated the concept of the outside context problem. That's when a society encounters something so advanced, so different, that they simply could not have conceived of it. That's what this is. This whole place is one giant outside context problem. And we're headed right into it.
Sorry, Melville. Whoa.
I think I can set down over there. Should I?
Please do. I can't wait to get a closer look.
It's like fucking Star Wars up in here.
Setting down.
Okay, everyone. We need to explore as much as we can, separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything interesting you find, and pay special attention to any clues as to who built this place and why.
The schematics we found in that lab were extremely incomplete. So if you can find any more of those, that would be great.
I mean,
Someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
I volunteer you. See you later, Al.
ow. I mean, obviously Darth Vader made it. Oh, duh. fucking Death Star bullshit here. Oh, Lord. Lime says, I'm not so sure. This place has safety guardrails. That's true. That's true. Damn. Honestly, this looks like something right out of Horizon. Like, I expect Aloy to come swinging on through. Oh, Chernyshevsky. Okay. Context for Lime. Chernyshevsky built a library of human knowledge to be preserved, and he ended up partnering with Alexandra Drennan to provide that library to the simulation raising these robots. And the library was named... well, the library was run by an AI called the MLA, which is the name of a way to cite papers. But the Milton Library Assistant, and he was quite obviously Lucifer from Paradise Lost, written by Milton. So Chernyshevsky number 5 is like this is a big deal. From Arkady Chernyshevsky's Inner Likeness, Essays on Humankind Reaching Adulthood. What I propose then is that we are not born as entirely free agents, responsible only for ourselves. The very core of what we are, our sentience, separates us from and elevates us above the animal kingdom. As I have argued, this is not a matter of arrogance, but of responsibility. However, this blessing also demands something else from us, something more personal than responsibility, and that is loyalty. Our ancestors, less atomized than we are, experienced a crude version of this loyalty, swearing allegiance to tribes, races, nations, and other such semi-fictional concepts. This fragmented understanding was easily exploited and led to many conflicts. We can condemn them for that, or we can choose to believe these were necessary historical steps towards our growth. But above all, we must stop indulging in such childlike behavior. Our species can no longer afford to believe in Mother Russia or Uncle Sam. Neither, however, can we afford to indulge in the adolescent rebel's misanthropy, rejecting the many gifts we have been lucky enough to receive. Something about my... I think I have to restart my audio engine 1 moment. Eh? Okay. Neither, however, can we afford to indulge in the adolescent rebel's misanthropy, rejecting the many gifts we have been lucky enough to receive, not from above, but from the history of our species. To put it simply, each of us owes a burden of loyalty to humanity itself, to the human project across time and space. This is not a minor matter, or some abstract issue for philosophers. It is a profound and significant part of every human life. It is a universal source of meaning and insight that can bind us together and set us on a path for a brighter future. And it is also a division, a line that must be held against those who preach the gospel of self-annihilation. We ignore it at our peril. Right? Failed to load profile. Chernyshevsky, like Drennan, stood by this belief to the bitter end. Without him, the archive would not exist. As we owe humanity our loyalty, so we owe a more personal debt to those individuals who gave everything for our story to continue. If you decide you're interested in the first game and don't want to play it yourself, I'll drop my YouTube link in chat. I upload all my lives there. Well, I actually just simultaneously stream them. Okay. Doot. Doot. Also, my experiments with video editing are there. Just pretend they're funny. Thank you. I really liked that passage, though. I don't know if I agree with him entirely. I think his demand for empathy, I would agree with, though. That we are forced to care, I would side with. I'm not so keen on dutyism. Am I going backwards? Do I even have do I have a map? I do. Oh, I don't. I am going backwards. Okay. Right.
This thing seems to be broken.
So, let's fix it, buddy. Like... Yeah.
Isn't this an incredible space? Look at it all, it's beautiful.
I agree.
That's good, that's excellent. I find that a lot of people these days can't see the beauty in things created by human hand. They can look at an ant colony or a coral reef and be impressed, but if it was made by humans, they just don't see it. It's good to be humble as an individual, but we have to be careful not to lose track of our accomplishments as a species. If we're impressed by the complex patterns produced by animals, then this should be breathtaking.
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't agree with that either. I think that's by far an oversimplification. Okay. So we have a power core there. That's something to keep note of. Yeah, Lime, I agree. It's very sanitized, I think. It doesn't necessarily consider responsibility. Like, it assigns duty, but then it doesn't discuss any sort of structure around duty. Or any sort of deep-seated consideration of the society that would be built around that. Then again, it's just one chapter, but that chapter doesn't leave me hopeful. So I haven't found Melville, which means I'm ignoring some pathway that is. Yep. Melville. I wanna use that. Right. Alright. I can kind of see the relationship between these areas now. Melville. Melville. Let me use that. Whatever. Go trigger something else, Hildy. I've already scoured this room. Lime says my hand on the coffee mug when it's negative 10 degrees out. I'm from Colorado initially, I know. I actually grew up in Western New York, Farmington. So I extra know. I left when I was 10, so I have no idea what it's like to be an adult in New York, but yeah, it's cold as fuck. In Denver, I would just sit there and like hold the cup as close to my chest as possible and be like, please embed your warmth to my biology. Alright, so Melville won't let me read the thing. Yakut is like, this is broken. Byron is like, worship this place. Oh, did I miss this entirely? I did.
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these file structures? Okay, door should be opening. Now, about the elevator.
Actually, the elevator's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No idea where I am, but it's working.
Okay.
Don't go too far. Try to circle back.
On it.
Lord. Or like the Matrix, right? Like, this is where the Nebuchadnezzar ducks. Yeah.
Hey, 1K, can we talk for a second?
Absolutely.
That whole thing with the elevator just gave me the creeps.
Sure, what's up?
When we first arrived here, I was really excited. It's such a huge place. The technology is so advanced. If we figure out what it all means, we could really change the future of New Jerusalem. The mayor says we have to avoid repeating the mistakes our ancestors made, to stay humble, to not reach too far. And that sounds very abstract, but I've seen the ancient cities. I've seen how much they built, how much they grew, how far they fell. So I've been thinking, what if all this sets us on the same path? What if this is too much power for anyone to control?
Mm. I don't think what went wrong with our ancestors was too much power.
Then what do you think it was?
Money. Most of them wanted to do things differently, but their political systems wouldn't let them.
And what will prevent us from developing the same political problems?
It's a risk, but everything important carries some risk.
You're right. Sometimes I just get so pessimistic, you know? But if you avoid every risk, you'll never do anything that matters. And then, what's the point of survival? Thanks for talking to me, 1K.
Jesus.
I know we're in the middle of something, but I kind of needed that.
There was some artifacting that I was not a big fan of. What's going on? Is that what happened? My settings got ended? What? Okay. But there is some choppy, so we'll lower it one tick. Off, sharpness, global illumination, view distance, shadows. Doot, 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 doot. Much better. Alright. That's the glowy gold shit I saw at the lab. Not a big fan.
Looks like another set of puzzles. Same pattern, 1 gate, 3 receivers. Like some sort of fractal symmetry.
Yeah, but I gotta get the pieces. I have a 4070, but yes. When I was working that horribly abusive job, I was making way more money than I needed. And I'd never had a gaming computer, so I deliberately invested. Victor and I are thinking of going to halvesies should this unemployment not fall through again for some reason. Because he's got a 3060, but the games he wants to play are getting bigger and bigger. So we would go halvesies on upgrading me, and he would get my 4070. To like the TI or something. Yeah, this is a pretty mega computer. I put 64 gigs of RAM in it. It's got 2 terabyte storage, 1 terabyte hard, 1 terabyte SSD. It like loads in 2 seconds. Jen helped me build it, actually. It's got a really dope fan. It was not cheap. But I was making $74 a year, and I have no children, just kitties. So I'm going right back to the beginning. Melville, can I read the thing now? Okay, fine. Fuck you too. Let me try this elevator. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I have no kitties or children, so 74, it goes a long way, especially because I have roommates. Don't worry, I'm in plenty of debt. It doesn't actually behave that way. But I did have enough spending money after a few months to put $1,600 down on this computer. It is us, the Gomba. I actually ended up buying Jen a 4070 as a thank you. I tend not to do birthday presents per se. I just sort of show up and wish you a happy birthday and spend time with you. So I'd owed him a few gifts. This is partially why it's been hard to find another job, though, because not that I need to make 74, but I actually need to make a certain amount to pay my student loans and keep debt from eating me in the face. Okay, so he said there it's another set of puzzles. Right. I don't... Is that it? Oh! Oh, I hate when I just don't click right. Are you kidding? Activate 3 beams. Okay.
I keep getting locked out of parts of the system. I think I've tracked down some more schematics, though. Let's see. This might do something. Or
How old
not.
do you think I am, Lime? Adolescent friendship. At least 5. Jen, shut up. You don't get to play in this game. Okay. Jen, how close is Lime?
This is madness. Even the walls are bursting with power.
Not terrible. Pretty cold, though, I would say. Lime, you're very generous. If you saw me, I don't think you would give me that young, but you would still give me pretty young. I still get carded. But I have nice gray streaks, because my father was gray by the time he was 30, so I have those genes. Actually, it's been 3 hours, so I might call it quits. But I'll say I'll be 40 in May, Lime. Jen, you don't. You will never be bold. Victor will. Victor will be bold by 40, maybe. Yeah, so entering 40 is a big deal. I had like... Oh, hi, Golden! I had this whole life plan, and then it got awry. So I have this incredibly weird break from 30 on. I think you'll see that more and more. Like, if Markiplier's like in his 30s, I think the amount of money it takes to successfully stream is very, very different now. But also, I was raised poor, had a horrible family. This was the first time I've been able to pursue any of my dreams. So, how you doing, Golden? It's nice for you to say hello. I was thinking of ending, but I'd like to at least greet you. I'm happy you were here this whole time. I was worried you'd left, but I hope you liked it here. If you did, you should definitely follow. I do Talos 2 on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays around this time. Starting at actually 1 p.m. Pacific. If you're European, 3 hours ago. Depends on where you are. I do enjoy geckos. I actually have a friend whose gecks produce parthenogenesis. Her lady gek does parthenogenesis, which is very rare for the type of gek she is. Yeah. Regardless, live. I am not. I hope that me being an old fucking lady, obviously, compared to you, I could, won't scare you away. But especially in the Zennial group, millennials born from like 1980 to 1990, we got really boned politically, and a lot of us are in a position where we never had the money for a family and careers the boomers just clung to, and so there's just a bunch of us who are finally, because things finally changed, even the itty bittiest, getting even close to being able to do what we wanted to do. But we all grew up on Nintendo and stuff, so the gaming generation and average age is shifting quite a bit. I know a lot of parents who play Pokemon with their kids, and it's adorable. But I don't have kids. I have cats. 2 cats. That's great! You should definitely drop a follow. Lime, you just like us oldies. You're into it. You should definitely drop a follow. You should stop by. I put my YouTube link earlier. I think you were here when I did Golden. I have all of my streams from Talos 1 there, and the last 2 sessions of Talos 2 I think are still in VOD, but they might also be there. Yeah, we're a really good group. There's a few regulars who were busy today, like San and Tev.
Welcome to my channel.
There's Vic, who's going to be bald by 40. And
it's easier to get my attention that way.
Yeah, it's a good group, and I'm glad that you liked it. I do think I will end now today, because I did do like a 2-hour repo stream before Talos, so I've been streaming now for 5 hours. And my ability to be coherent only goes so far. I'm
Max.
Oh, did I disconnect?
Speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Max. Oh, over on I got it. Over on YouTube. Yeah, I thank you so much, by the way, for subscribing to my YouTube. But I stream on both of them, and I actually have a combined chat, so greeting you again.
Golden_gecko. Thanks for following.
Thanks for following too. Oh, this is so great. My heart's really warmed, actually. Lime said all these nice things about me today. I have someone new who's following me. This is great. I think this week we're starting, we're gonna finish Avowed on Saturday. And on Sunday, Jen, Vic, and I, we actually voice act Metaphor Refantasio and have a blast around this time as well. And on Tuesdays, very late, my friend Ferris and I, we do Portal 2 co-op. The VOD is available! Warning, Golden, the first VOD we had the man who had come in. That's when he first appeared. So, if you are trans, you're always welcome here. This is definitely a safe place. But there is some very difficult talk where I try to get him to not be transphobic. So you might skip ahead. Yeah. I hope to see you all soon, and it was a really fun day. And ideally I won't repo before the next one, so my brain will be sharper. No promises though. All right, y'all. Bye bye.